There are a lot of different businesses in GTA Online. Some are really bad, but some are really good. The agency is one of the good ones. Today, I am going to show you everything you need to know about making money with the agency in GTA Online. Firstly, to buy the agency, you will have to go to the Dynasty 8 website on your phone, and there you should be able to choose between 4 different locations. These locations are Little Seoul, Vespucci Canals, Rockford Hills, and Hawick. The location that I recommend is Hawick. Even though it's the most expensive, it is the best for security contracts, etc. that we will talk about a bit later, but trust me, it is the best location out of these 4. Really, any of these are pretty alright, but if you have the money, then I would recommend to go with Hawick. Now on to the upgrades and customization. Now, art, wallpaper and highlights are purely cosmetic. It does not matter at all. Try to not use too much money here. The next one is the armory, and the armory is really nice because this is the only place in the game where you could buy armor that's not in ammunition. This is in your own property. Also, you will get guns and ammo cheaper here, so it's just all around really good. But it is not necessary if you don't have the money for it. You can get it later down the line if you'd like. Accommodation allows you to set spawn location, making it easier to navigate around the map by simply fast traveling to your agency. So you might want to consider doing this because, for example, if you have a bunker and you want to visit your bunker, if you then have the accommodation in your bunker, you can just set your spawn location to bunker, go into an invite only session, you will spawn at the bunker, check it or sell it, whatever, and then when you're done, you can then just put your spawn location on the agency and then find a new session again, invite only of course, and then you will get there in like 5 seconds. It's a really good method of getting around the map really quickly without glitching and stuff like that. So I would actually recommend to get accommodation because it will save you a lot of time when you really get into this business. And the last one here is the vehicle workshop. The vehicle workshop you need. This is not only a place where you can customize your vehicles, but this is also the only place where you can install lock-on jammers on a few select vehicles, meaning people can't lock onto you with rockets. So if you have a lock-on jammer on your car, you can safely drive around in free roam without basically anyone firing rockets at you. Strictly money-wise though, you may not need a vehicle workshop, but as of the things I've listed here, the lock-on jammers are really good and you should use them. You should at least have one vehicle that you could use with lock-on jammers around in free roam. Now let's finally get on with how you actually make money with this business. And there are actually a few different ways. The first one and the most obvious one is the contract / Dr. Dre storyline. But this isn't actually the best way to make money. I will get onto that later. However, when you complete all the setups and complete the final mission in this storyline, you will get a big check for $1 million. In total, you actually earn about 1.1 million from this, since you get some from the other missions as well. I'm not going to spoil anything since this story is actually pretty fun, but I can say that it will take you quite a while to complete this the first time, since you have to wait on a cooldown between the missions, which is pretty weird, but that's how it is the first time you're going through this. I recommend everyone to go through this even though the pay is not anything special. The story is fun and you will unlock better methods of earning money by completing the story. So the first thing you want to do is completing this story. Now let's get on to the second way of earning money with the agency. It's a little bit less obvious but still the main thing, and that is security contracts. Security contracts will pay an average of 30 to 40k, but the payouts range from 30 to 70k. However, I rarely get any security contracts that is up in the 70k range. It's usually down in the 30, 40 or 50k. There are 5 different types of security contracts: gang termination, asset protection, liquidize assets, rescue operation, and vehicle recovery. The easiest one in my opinion is rescue operation. So this is what I recommend you do every time it is available. Vehicle recovery and recovering valuables are also pretty easy and quick, but I prefer rescue operation over them. Basically pick whatever is paying more, but I don't recommend to ever choose asset protection because that will guarantee you that you have to be in a mission for 10 minutes protecting some random stuff. That is not really that good considering you can do some of these missions in like 3 minutes. There are 3 different levels of difficulty to these security contracts. We have Professional, Specialist, and Specialist Plus. From my experience going through the agency, there is not really that much of a difference in difficulty here. I recommend to pick the highest level of difficulty every time it matches up with the security contract that you want. So don't worry about these difficulty levels, they have almost no difference between them. Just choose the one that pays the most, basically. Now the third way of earning money with the agency, which is my personal favorite because it does earn you the most money in the long run, and that is payphone hits. Similar to how Franklin in the story got payphone hits from Lester, in the online you get payphone hits from Franklin. So to unlock this, you have to complete the Dr. Dre story and then also 3 security contracts. These payphone hits will then start popping up randomly on the map, but you can also call Franklin to request them. For every payphone hit you do, you get a standard pay of $15,000. However, if you do what Franklin tells you exactly to do with the target, you will then earn yourself a bonus of $70,000. This is called the assassination bonus. In total, you will earn $85,000 for each one of these you do, if you follow exactly what the game tells you to do. Some ways the game might tell you to eliminate the target is, for example, driving them into the ocean or putting a bomb in their car. Make sure you do what the game tells you exactly every time, and these will be a big money maker for you. These missions will take on average about 3 to 5 minutes, which makes this even better because they're so quick. However, there is a 20-minute cooldown for every time you do a payphone hit, so keep that in mind. But this could easily slot into your grinding routine between some highs or other activities that you do. Every 20 minutes you just do a payphone hit and then you have an extra $85,000. Right, so the fourth and last way of earning money with the agency is the safe. This is a much smaller way of earning money with it, but it is actually pretty good. The wall safe in your office in your agency will fill up with money every in-game day, but how much depends on a series of factors. The amount of money that is added to the safe will increase by $500 for every 5 security contracts that you complete, up to a maximum of 200 security contracts. This means if you complete 200 security contracts, you will manage to boost your daily safe income to $20,000 per day. This is the maximum. A quick tip to try to get your safe up to $20,000 per day is to do security contracts between each Cape Rico house you do or whatever other activities you do. Usually when you play this game, there is a cooldown between activities. When that is happening, that is when you can do a security contract, and very slowly, it will build up, and eventually if you play a lot, it will get to 200 security contracts. And when you get there, you will get 28,000 per day forever. For those wondering, a day in GTA Online is around 48 real world minutes that you spend with the game open. By maxing out your safe and regularly doing security contracts and payphone hits, you will maximize what you can earn with the agency, which is a lot. However, if this sounds like too much work for you, then I highly recommend watching this video right here. It is a lazy method where we utilize being AFK to earn millions of dollars with little effort. Subscribing and leaving a like would also help me out greatly. Thank you for watching.